ஹலோ ஹலோ.
ஹலோ அஜய். செக்
கேக்குதுடா.
செக்.
கேக்குதுடா.
பர்ஃபெக்ட் பர்ஃபெக்ட்.
கனமும் அது சிறந்த திராவிடர்கள் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தடிக்கணரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிலமை திறவியன்று செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே
We never stop learning as we never stop growing. To symbolize the light of knowledge and wisdom, I request our esteemed guests and dignitaries on the dais to light the Kuthavilakku.
In our culture, we make our guests feel at home by welcoming and honoring them. As such now, it's my pleasure to invite Professor T. Rekha Kiran Kumar Ma'am, the head of Department of Business Administration, to deliver the welcome address.
At outset, I'm very much pleased to be standing here on behalf of our SRM IST, Faculty of Management, BBA department students and staff members to convey my gratitude towards our well-known management, SRM University, the Temple of Education at Ramapuram. Today we all assembled together for yet another worthy intellectual spectrum of discussion in the form of international conference 2024. On topic sustainable management practice in the era of AI. Artificial intelligence is a magic box which is going to observe, learn, and in fact progress much more faster, better, and vigorous compared to mankind. Computer system is a complex machine which gave way to complex technologies, and such complex technologies now giving way to comprehensive technology, AI. In fact, the scientist John McCarthy, the father of AI, he himself would have not assumed the tremendous growth of AI in the field of education, in the field of research, in the field of business practices. Yes, AI initiates planning, AI forecasts the demand, AI focuses the future customer preference, and like predicting the future product strategies, and its cutting edges in case of designing and developing new products. AI is also involved in manufacturing and production units, and the same AI in fact navigating, tracking the logistics and supply chain as well. So AI technology is applied in nook and corner of business and management practices. AI going to directly participate in the human race, guys. So, and it is in fact going to give us tough competition. So that is why we all are in the pressure of having such strong discussion. It's a pressurized priority for all of us to hold such strong discussion. That's why we host such conferences. Hope I made enough justification to the event that we are hosting today. So with no further delay, let us welcome all the dignitaries, both online and offline. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together by extending a warm welcome to our international chief guest, Dr. Shamsheen Reza Rizvi, Mansoor College, Muscat, Oman. Connecting with us 1,000 miles away, dear ma'am, thank you so much for accepting our invitation and staying tuned with us to throw light on today's topic. Most welcome, ma'am. It's my pleasure in welcoming our guest of honor, Dr. Xavier, CEO, DMI Foundation. Sir, I've seen your profile. It's highly, credential, and your past experience itself speaks, and he have, holded many chairs in the top hierarchy, especially in most of the well-known reputed institutions. So such an eminent person with us today. So very much grateful for coming to our session and making all the way your presence. Thank you so much for your appeal today, sir. Most welcome, sir. I may fail in my duty if I don't welcome our beloved Dean, sir, Dr. C. Sundar, one-man army of Faculty of Management. Respected Dean, sir, without your input, so without our Dean sir's input, none of our events get fulfilled. Thank you so much for constant pillar of support, sir, which help us to work with more zeal. Thank you so much, sir. I must mention about the conference coordinators of BBA department, Dr. Saumya, Dr. Dandayadapani, Dr. Purnima, and Dr. Tarini. I seriously know the amount of pain that they underwent in accomplishing the given task. Wholeheartedly thank all the conveners and more hearty welcome to all the conveners today. Now it's time to welcome my kin and kith, yes, my BBA students and my BBA faculty members. Most welcome to all of you. I'm very much delighted in welcoming the academicians, research scholars, students from various other institutions who came all the way to present your article and paper in the International Conference 2024. So we all salute your interest towards research work. Most welcome to all the people here who came all the way to present your article. It's highly appreciated, like students just showcasing their interest only, not only in cultural events, but also research, which is highly appreciated. And we as SRM ISD always proud enough, especially Faculty of Management, we engage ourselves more into research work and we create such platform to all the students. I also welcome another chairperson, Dr. Shamila from SDMP College, who's going to be the chairperson of the first session. So most welcome, ma'am. Thank you so much for making your presence today, ma'am. Well, dear audience, since AI is at the peak of developing stage, most of the experts might be saying AI will be replacing human. Don't get panic. AI needs algorithms. Algorithm needs data, and that tons, neurons and neurons of data only human can provide. So definitely AI not going to replace human. But mark my words, a human with AI going to replace a human without AI. So we need to fine tune ourselves. That's why we hold and host such events to fine tune ourselves to compete with AI. So let us quickly dive into the ocean of knowledge to grab more insight to compete with AI technology. And hope you have a very good day. Thank you all for making your presence and have a good day. Thank you. Special thanks to Dean sir for the opportunity given. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am, for your delightful words. Next, we have Dr. Lily Sandhya, ma'am, Assistant Professor, Faculty of Management, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, who will share insights about the significance of this conference.
Good morning, esteemed guests on the dais, off the dais, respected and supportive faculty members, distinguished researchers, and my dear students. It's a matter of immense pride and proud to me to stand before you to enhance the significance of the International Conference on Sustainable Management Research Practices in AI Era, organized by the BBA Department, Faculty of Management, SRM IST Ramapuram. AI has changed many facets of management process, opening up new avenues for the researchers and development as a new paradigm. In order to explore the consequences and potential for the global research environment, the Conference on Sustainable Management Research Practices in the AI Era will focus on intersection of AI technology with sustainable management practices. AI integration plays a major role in helping organizations to achieve their objectives as they work to implement more environmentally friendly and sustainable practices. The dynamic nature of the AI technology can create a gap between the traditional management techniques and cutting-edge AI applications. To achieve sustainable management in AI era, it is important to combine the ideas from management science, data analytics, environmental studies, and ethics. The application of the AI management raises a significant ethical concern, including data privacy and employment implications. The conference covers these crucial topics, emphasizes the importance of responsible AI deployment that not only promotes the economic success, but also takes into account the larger societal effect. The conference serves as a place for the forward-thinking talks about the difficulties and possibilities with AI in the next generation. This proactive strategies enables the firms and the researchers to plan for the upcoming trends, design strategies that are both sustainable and resilient. It gives great pleasure to inform you that we have received papers from the eminent institutions such as Madras University, Hindustan University, B.S. Abdul Rahman, Crescent Institute of Science and Technology, Indian Maritime University, St. Peter's Institute of Higher Education, SDNB Vaishnav, AM Jain College, Kodaikanal, Christ University, Bangalore, Bharatiya University affiliated colleges, Anna University affiliated colleges, JPR College of Arts and Science, Excel College for Commerce and Science, Erode University of Technology, to name just for a few. These institutions have shared the innovative research idea thoughts, provoking the insights and forward-thinking strategies, making this conference a melting pot of knowledge exchange. Each of the topic represents a facet of AI transformative power, showcasing how AI integrates into research to create smarter, more efficient, sustainable industries. I would also like to thank our most respected dean, the inspiring leader, Dr. C. Sundar, for providing us with the platform to host such an intellectual enriching event. Let us move forward with the spirit of inquiry, innovation, and collaboration, embracing the future with AI and business analysts at the forefront of our journey in this conference. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for such delightful words. Now, I would like to invite the dais to release the conference souvenir.
Camera wise. Bro. Camera.
Thank you. He is a man of principle and discipline, a source of inspiration and wisdom. Now, I would like to invite our team, Faculty of Management, Dr. C. Sundar sir, to deliver the presidential address. Please welcome him with a warm round of applause.
Before moving to give the presidential address, I'd like to congratulate the lady photographer. So it's very impressive. Reshma. So once again, we'll appreciate the Reshma. Girl also. That's the unique features of the department of BBA. And most distinguished guest of the day, Dr. Xavier sir, CEO DMI Foundation, and Dr. Shamsun from Muscat College, and Dr. Sharmila ma'am from SNTP Vaishnava College. Head of the department BBA, conference conveners, faculty member, distinguished participants from various reputed university and institute, and most peer students. So before moving to the conference theme, so as a department of BBA or faculty of management, we have to proud enough that as we moving to the top of the ladder, so once if we complete the BBA, we enter MBA. Once if we complete the management, postgraduate management, so you will be taken over as a management or manager. You are going to lead the engineers, you are going to lead the doctors, you are going to lead the other disciplinary. So that is the power of management education. So now, fortunate enough, you are in the management. You have chosen your career as a management profession. So the management profession is the only one profession. So we are going to take lead of the other professions. So that, so almost I know that the Department of BBA are doing a lot of wonders, and at the moment, so this time, the Department of BBA received 2 university ranks. So the academic year 23-24, so we are clear, rank number 1 and rank number 3 across all the campuses. Ramapuram campus students they secured the gold and the bronze medal. So there is another feather to the Department of BBA. So student, research scholar. So here we have very expert guests are available today. So Dr. Xavier sir is a well-known in the field of management education as a professor, as an administrator. So now he is positioning the highest CEO, Chief Executive Officer, in the one of the most reputed institution, DMI Foundation, and sir is well known among the management fraternity. It's a fortunate enough today we have sir with us for inaugurating this international conference. And madam also having extensive research in the field of management. So she is working in SNDP Vaishnava College. She is also going to chair the first session of the international conference. And another madam, Rizvi from Mushroom College from Muscat. She is joining through online. It's a combination of a national and international guest combination of this international conference. So as a student of management, so now the topic itself a very wide topic, sustainable management, research practices, and they connect with artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence, it's not the terminology used by computer science and engineering or computer science and application. So artificial intelligence is a common term which can be used by anyone. If you are working in a pharmacy, the AI is impact. If you are working in hospital, medical, the impact of AI is there. If you are working in the finance company or banking company, AI will impact. Or if you are working in chemical company, AI will impact. So artificial intelligence is a common terminology, so anybody can use it. But today the topic is segregated sustainable management as well as the research practices. So as a student, I'm not here to in-depth about so how the AI will impact our sustainable management. So now everyone is moving towards sustainable management. So what do you mean by sustainable management? Even United Nations, they devised the SDG, Sustainable Developmental Goals, 17 goals. So the entire country across the globe, more or less 175 countries, the United Nations insisting that so we have to move towards achievement of sustainable developmental goals. No hunger, quality of education, quality of water, pure air, good health. So a lot of they devised a lot of goals, 17 goals. So all they insist, all the country, all the people, we have to move towards sustainable. Now we are talking about how the AI will support to achieve the sustainable developmental goals. So that is a separate how AI will involve in providing the quality of education. So how AI will involve in providing the quality of health or medical assistance to the human being. So if you Google or if you ask ChatGPT will tell you that each and every part in the minute level, so how AI will influence the different segment or the different parameter. So now this period, this is a conference. So I like to pass 2 messages to the student community. So one is the research scholar sitting here. So our guest is eager about talking about the AI tools available in research practices or research methodology. So with the help of AI, so how the statistical technique will be carried out, how you can do your research very extensive manner, very quality manner with the help of AI. Sir will touch on that part. But my thing is, so I like to communicate one thing as a team, as in I'm in a responsible position. Now we are talking about advanced technology, how AI will influence the entire human race or the entire human being. So pointed out by head of the department, AI will not replace the human being, never, but AI will replace number of jobs. If any job is a repetitive nature, definitely AI will take over the repetitive job nature, and the human, if we have the creativity and innovation skill set, you can survive all the repetitive, so the repeated billing tasks or repeated work, the AI software will take care of the rest. So the job will emerge with a new perspective in the new industry. The thing is, we are ready to learn and we are ready to upgrade, reskill and upskill ourselves to capture that particular new job. So that mentality we have to develop. If you are not in a position to upskill and reskill yourself, it's very difficult to grab the opportunity in the near future. So that is a thing we are talking about today. So the thing is, before moving to the agenda point of the title, so recently again I like to insist one point. So now we have the advanced technology, both advantage and disadvantage is there. So recently, so one scam among the student community is happening. So now we have faced in Ramapuram campus, we have faced two scams among the student. So now the student receiving call, as a student parent receiving call stating that your son or daughter caught by the police and you have to pay certain amount, then only we will release you. Unless otherwise we will file FIR, your daughter or son will be in a great trouble. So such kind of scam is happening. So this is advanced technology where we are, but still our few student and parents, they caught and trapped, and even few parents, they pay to that particular scam and they was lost. So I request those people sitting here, you have to educate your parents, you have to educate your fellow friends. If you have any kind of anonymous call or any communication related to this, immediately you have to communicate to the head of the department of class advisor or the respective people. Don't be panicked. The another new scam is coming down. We are getting message stating that so we are created new placement group. So 100% placement is guaranteed, and you have to pay 500 rupees or 1000 rupees to join in this particular group. Again, the new probably a week before the week. So again, new scam is come down, and more than 30 to 35 students, they paid and they joined in that group. Once if you join in that group, they capture all the data, then they will threaten all personal information. They will be got and they will threaten. They also go for negotiating high amount. So this is a two message I like to share. Whenever there is an opportunity to meet the student community, it's my responsible to communicate to you. You have to be very, very cautious. So these are the few scam is coming down, but I don't know whether in future what other type of scam will come. But the thing is, not only you have to aware, you have to conscious, you have to educate your parent and you have to educate your family member. So they have to be very vigilant. So don't yield all these kind of scams. But anyway, so a lot of steps are taken to overcome. So as a people, higher officials, so here we are like to educate you. So don't be involved. So that is the one aspect. The second aspect is, so now we are in the period of the technological revolution. So sustainable management in the sense, so we have to provide and we have to leave the resources to the future generation. So now that our forefathers and the forefathers, they leave the resource to us. So they leave the land, they leave the pure air, they leave the water, and they leave the land to live. So everything, so they left for us to live, but we have to left the same resources to the future generation. So that is normally we called as a sustainable management. So we have to create an inclusive environment, so inclusive culture. We have to leave for our children, for our future generation. So what else? You can see that air pollution to the highest peak, and water pollution, waste management, we could not able to happen, or we could not able to deal the waste management. And n number of constraints we are dealing, and you can see once if you are moving down, so a lot of pollute everywhere, there is enough pollution. The same thing will be occupied all the water bodies. So there is no way for water bodies. Again, there is a constraint of shortage of water. The same constraint what we are facing now, our future generation should not face it. So how the technological will impact or influence to overcome or to make the conducive environment. So artificial intelligence, we know that. So recently, one of the guests we came is from agricultural. 100 acres land. So that particular 100 acres agricultural land will be monitored in Israel. So Israel, one company, so they are monitoring the agricultural land in Coimbatore, and they are doing all kinds of activity, agricultural activity, remotely operating in Israel. So this is the AI technology, the drone and the sensor, with the help of sensor. So the water and the pesticide, the entire what required for agricultural. So they are in Israel, they are operating without less human manpower. So they are operating. So such kind of impact, such kind of technology is happening. So lot of additional coming to the medical. Probably now I read an article in future. So if you go to the any doctor, so based on the doctor, they will suggest the medicine. So if you go by fever, the list of medicine is there. They have to recommend the same medicine. But in future, with the impact of AI, the customized medicine will going to be conquered. So now in India, 140 crore people are there. So 140 crore people, they will enter all the data set of individual human being data set into the computer, and the AI will suggest that so what type of customized medicine this particular human is required. So there is no concept of branded. Okay, if you cold, tea cold, or whatever it may be. So if this particular Ramesh, the age of 22, this is the date of birth or unique ID, he requires this particular medical combination. The medicine will going to be giveaway. So such kind of customized medicine is going to be conquered in the future. So in all field, the artificial intelligence is dominating. The thing is, I request all the students sitting here, our own student and the research scholar. So we have to open up our ears and eyes, and we have to update. We want to know that how things are happening across the globe. So that is the most important one, the skill set we have to. The two important skill set is required. One thing is a logical reasoning, the another is analytical mind. So in this competitive environment, if you want to survive, if you want to move up in your career in the ladder, the company is expecting from the candidate. So one thing is you have to have the logical reasoning capacity and analytical mindset. Any problem, you have to do detailed analysis and you have to find out the solution. If you go by this kind of approach, so definitely success at your feet. So now we are not making habit to develop or cultivate. So this kind of successful habit or successful skill set, what is required, then it is very difficult for us to cope up or to meet out the competition. So I know that. So we have a very good expert with us today, and they are going to delve with in-depth manner about the topic as well as the research practices. And also I appreciate all the research scholars and the participants, those come here to present the paper. And also I request our own student, I request you have to present paper our own conference. I don't know whether how many of our students you are going to present paper in this international conference. So I only two. But two is a very minimum out of 540 students. Only two is a very, very, very minimum. So at least you insist all final year students they have to present paper in the international conference. Such kind of presenting paper, lot of skill set you can develop. You have to source the data, you have to arrive the data, you have to develop the paper, writing the paper, the way your grammatical will improve. Lot of other skill set will improve while presenting the research paper. So I request the department in the future, you have to encourage more number of students, you have to come forward, you have to present. And I'll appreciate all the participants from the other institute, you came forward and to present paper. It's a good thing, good sign for you to come over here to the different institution and presenting the paper before the session chair, the expert, and it's a lead the way for the development of quality research paper. So I request the student community to create a culture to present and to participate in the different conferences organized by the different institute. So with this, I once again congratulate and appreciate the Department of BBA so organizing the international conference, and once again appreciate the convener so listed out by head of the department, Dr. Soumya, Dr. Dandayadabani, and Dr. Tarani and Dr. Purnima. So all four conveners, four conveners, so organizing this conference in a very grand way. And I see number of participants from outside, they are also coming and participating. So I assure that all the participants, your stay in Ramapuram campus will be a fruitful one. So your stay will be an insightful one because all experts from different fields, they are going to share their experience on this international conference. And I hope the department should organize so multiple conference or multiple program like this and provide a platform to others to come and to participate, to exhibit their talent and their skill set among others. The student community, next another 3 to 4 years, just you can listen and you can observe. It paves, definitely paves the way for the development. You cannot get this kind of opportunity anywhere. So because some expert from Oman, they are going to share. The expert from Xavier sir is here. The expert from Sharmila ma'am is here. So they are going to share. Since you cannot get this kind of opportunity inside the classroom, so definitely you will get valuable insights. So once again, I extend my thanks and gratitude to the department providing me an opportunity to give away the presidential address on this wonderful occasion, international conference. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable insights. Now, I request our dean, Dr. C. Sundar, sir, Faculty of Management, to honor our chief guest of the day, Dr. Xavier, sir, CEO of DMI Foundation. Thank you. Now, I request our dean, Dr. C. Sundar, sir, to honor our session chair of the conference, Dr. Shyamala, Associate Professor of SDNB Vaishnav College. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. As a token of respect and love, we like to invite our HOD, Dr. T. Rekha Kiran Kumar, ma'am, to honor our dean, Dr. C. Sundar, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to invite Karishma, the first year student coordinator, to deliver the anticipated chief guest introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and dear students, it's my great privilege to introduce our distinguished chief guest for today's event, Dr. Xavier, an eminent figure in the fields of education, management, and technology. With a remarkable education background that includes a BTech and MTech in chemical engineering from CIT Coimbatore and RSC Warangal. Respectively, Dr. Xavier also holds a doctorate in management from the prestigious Indian Institute of Management, Calcutta. Dr. Xavier's contribution to academia and management have earned him numerous accolades, including the DMA Escorts Award for the Best Management Book in 1999 and the IMBS Most Motivating Faculty Award for 2 consecutive years. His scholarly work has been recognized internationally, receiving the Best Paper Award at the International Conference on Electronic Governance in 2006, and multiple leadership awards in education throughout the years. With over 3 decades of teaching and research experience across esteemed institutions like IIM Bangalore, XLRI, and IIM Ranchi, Dr. Xavier has dedicated 17 years to leadership roles as Dean, Director, and Principal, nurturing future leaders in management education. His international teaching engagements span universities in the USA, UK, and Armenia, showcasing his commitment to global educational standards. Dr. Xavier has authored 4 influential books, published 62 research papers, and guided numerous PhD candidates, fostering a spirit of inquiry and innovation. His current research interest focuses on AI, data sciences, and technology management, highlighting his forward-thinking approach in a rapidly evolving world. Moreover, Dr. Xavier has successfully bridged the gap between industry and academia by designing over 60 management development programs and carrying out significant consultancy assignments. It's truly an honor to have Dr. Xavier with us today, and I'm confident that his insights will inspire and enlighten us all. Please join me in welcoming our chief guest, Dr. Xavier. I request.
respected Dr. Shamsin Raza Rizvi, Mazul College, Muscat, Dr. Sundar, Dean, Dr. Rekha, Dr. Sharmila, respected faculty members, and paper presenters from other colleges, research scholars, and dear students. In fact, at the outset, I should thank Dr. Purnima. She was insisting that I should come here. She was doing a doctorate while I was the executive director at EIT. She has kept in touch from that time. Thank you for inviting me. When this topic came to me, I thought it is a brilliant idea because it connects sustainability, management research, and the AI. So basically, virtually you can talk about anything. There is no limit to what you can cover. When I saw the papers, my heart little sank because there were not many papers on sustainability. Everyone has talked about AI applications, not limited to sustainability, but everything. Of course, even I have not looked at use of AI for research. I mean, that's a big area. I also train faculty on how to use AI to do your research work. Right? I don't think I'll be able to cover it in this short span of time. But certainly, I think at least I was happy when your dean spoke about sustainability, need to, manage your resources better. I was greatly impressed. Let me start off with sustainability related issues. And from there, I will move on to how AI can be used to manage this sustainability. Because it's a pressing need of the hour. See, he also, Dean sir, started very clearly stating that we had pure drinking water, but today we have to buy water, right? And we could breathe fresh air. But today, I think, very soon we'll have to carry our own oxygen cylinders. I think to that level, it is all polluted, right? And land was unpolluted. Today, because of the use of excessive fertilizer, pesticides, it's all, polluted. At some point of time, we may not be able to eat what we produce because it's already, so very poisonous. Our air is polluted, water is polluted, land is polluted, and the other elements, the 5 elements of nature, right? The fire and the space, everything is getting polluted. Because if you look at the space, there's so much of space debris. So this is where we have come. So our forefathers gave us a land which was pristine, but now we have really spoiled that, right? Which means we have come a long way from nature. That's the problem. Now the another dimension is that people lived a simple life, but today it's because of our greed that we have exploited nature so much. We can meet the needs, but not the greed of people. That's a basic problem. Because of that, there is comparison, competition. So today's world is filled with, what do you call the hate, discrimination, inequalities, fear, insecurity, and frustration. See, all these are because of this materialistic kind of a pursuit. Okay. Now, if you continue to do that, the world will get extinct. That's a basic problem. Whenever that bad things increase in this world, God has a way of leveling the world. At some point, He destroys the entire world. Few people survive, and it restarts. You will be surprised. I don't know how many of you know. I was reading a book called Sixth Extinction. The world has gone extinct 5 times in the past. Now, this is out of these 5 times, 2 happened due to flooding, 1 due to sea level falling. and 2 others due to meteor hit. Now, this is the history of the world, and we are due for the 6th extinction. Now, you must have heard about this meteor hit. When meteor hit the world, Earth, what happened was there was dust. The whole world was covered with dust for months together, and that's when dinosaurs got extinct. A lot of people died, few survived, and the world started again. Right? Now, this is the kind of a situation in which we are living, and we could very soon have other problems. For example, the Mother Earth is tilting. The tilt is becoming more and more. If it tilts a little more, probably there will be a pole reversal. If there is a pole reversal, what will happen? North Pole will become South Pole. South Pole will become North Pole. None of your electronic devices will work. Where there is sea, there will be land. Where there is land, there will be water. So it's going to be totally chaotic. Already the world, the Earth is tilted by 31.5 inches. It's all because of global warming, excessive cooling, and ozone depletion. Now there are other chaoses that are happening. I don't know how many of you have read this. Africa is splitting. Africa is splitting into 2 parts. Right from Ethiopia, Somalia, Kenya, already the crack is very much visible. It has become very wide and very deep. Soon the sea water will start entering into that. And then the 2 land masses will start drifting from each other. And what is expected is that at some point of time, it will drift, come and actually hit the west coast of India. Now, once it comes and hits the west coast, there will be a huge mountain that will get formed. Probably in Kerala, you'll have ice-capped mountains. Now, this is the reality. You all know that Himalayas was formed like that. Because of this, your Indian plate which went and hit the other end. That's how the Himalayas was formed. Today, what is happening is Himalayas is receding. It was growing slowly. Now that has stopped. Now, once Himalayas start receding, you will have other kind of wonders that could happen. What they are saying is the way Africa is splitting, India will split into 2 parts. North of India, slowly cracks will appear. There will be a lot of earthquakes. Water from Arabian Sea and water from Bay of Bengal will enter inside. And then there will be, the entire Gangetic plains will become sea again. And probably your Kumarikandam, or your Lemuria, which is hidden under water, that could come back again. That is another possibility. Now, why are these things happening? See, already they are saying, for example, Chennai will go underwater. I mean, the date is a problem. When will Chennai go underwater? We don't know. It could be 2025 or little later, 100 years later. But it is definitely going to go underwater because of sea rising. If that happens, what is possible is that after 100 years, somebody will do deep sea diving, and then at 20 meters or 30 meters, they'll find a beautiful structure and they'll say that, oh, this is where a college was there. It was called the SRM. Now that possibility is very much a reality, right? So this is the situation in which we are operating. Now, who is the culprit? Why is this happening? The major culprit is the greenhouse gas emissions. So it includes, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and a few other gases. Now, when we let out, these gases into the atmosphere, it leads to global warming. The Earth is getting warmer and warmer day by day. Because, in the last 100 years, probably 2 degrees Fahrenheit, the temperature has risen, the average temperature. But that also is not happening uniformly. North Pole is heating up faster than the South Pole, and that's why this tilting is happening, right? Now, the trouble is that if it increases by 2 more degrees Fahrenheit, it will set off kind of reactions unparalleled in the history of the world. Now, there will be more earthquakes, more kind of problems, and the whole world could get extinct in no time, right? We are already witnessing, flooding. Now, even today, Florida and few other cities in America, there's no electricity. They are underwater. It's so bad. That's the kind of a flooding that happens. Chennai this year is going to have huge floods. This is what is predicted. So climate change is for real. Global warming is for real. All these are happening. Now, this is the sustainability issue. So we have to sustain this world. If we have to sustain this world, if we have to reverse this trend, then we need to stop global warming. That means we have to stop using these, gadgets that emit these gases. Now it's a big opportunity. So this is where actually UN has come in. UN has put out the 17 sustainable goals, which includes, cutting down this, cutting down that, improving this, improving that. Now the problem is immediately BBAs and NBAs, the business people, they jump into that. So if there is a UN goal, if you have to reach that kind of a goal, what is the business opportunity? This is how they look at it. So one estimate says that there is a $12 trillion per year of business opportunity to achieve the sustainable development goal, right? Now how they are doing it, there are many businesses that have come up because of that. You must be studying something called carbon credits. So that means what I do is I pollute a lot. I am contributing to the spoiling of the environment. So what I do is I buy carbon credits from somewhere. Amazon forest, somebody owns huge land and he is absorbing carbon dioxide. I am emitting carbon dioxide there. What I do is I buy carbon dioxide from there. Now this is called actually net neutrality or carbon zero. These are different terms that are coming up. Net zero is an important concept. Unless you are net zero certified, you won't be able to export any of your products to Europe, by 2035. By 2050, most of the developed worlds will not accept products if they are not net zero certified. That's a big business. How to certify net zero? Now then they come and assess you. What is your scope 1 emissions, scope 2 emissions, scope 3 emissions, different types of emissions from every factory, every education institution. And then what they say is, now to offset this, you have to own so much of forest, or you have to plant so many trees, or you have to buy carbon credit. Otherwise, your products will not be accepted in the outside of the India. Only India has negotiated, and they said only by 2070 we will actually go to the sustainability goals. That means up to 2070 we can pollute. We can do anything we want. So India is going to be at a big disadvantage if you don't actually get into the sustainability issues. Now what happens is business always jumps into that. So they introduce what is called green products. So for a green product you have to pay more, right? So people paid more money. Then there was a lot of research that happened in this. So I'm now coming into research into sustainability, right? I'm talking about 20 years back, there were so many papers. Even I wrote a paper on green marketing, so on and so forth. Then there was a lot of research on circular economy. So circular economy is basically whatever you produce, right? Don't waste. So recycling, right? And we are talking about repairing, refurbishing, recycling, sharing, leasing. So effective resource utilization. This is a recycling economy. Because one reason why this global warming, other things are happening is that excessive consumption. So to reduce consumption, you ensure that you also recycle, right? That's what the other thing. Then slowly what happened, there were other theories that came up. I don't know, you must have studied what is known as a triple bottom line, right? There is a theory called triple bottom line. Then there were a lot of research that happened around triple bottom line. They said that it's not profit that matters, right? It's also, there are 3 P's model. So they said profit, people, and the planet. So you have to take care of the people around you. You have to take care of the planet. Then there's a huge amount of research, and then balanced scorecard. various kinds of research methods that emerged. Now, after these kinds of researches, the current trend is to do research in the area of using AI tools. How do I use AI to achieve these sustainable development goals? This is the basic issue. Now, it is not easy, I tell you. AI is available. AI you can use everywhere. People are using it, right? AI will replace, for example, even teachers, right? AI will make all your degrees irrelevant. So these are kinds of trends. We are not going to talk about that. We are going to talk about how AI is used for attaining sustainability, right? So how do you sustain this mother earth? Okay. So, for example, one of the areas where there is a lot of research happening is energy management, right? AI optimizes energy consumption, right, in buildings and used for heating and other things. So everywhere you have to optimize your energy. So in olden days we had those filament bulbs. Nowadays nobody uses filament bulbs, right? That's a technology change. Now what has happened is we are using energy efficient bulbs, but that's not enough. The more energy you consume, we are heating up the environment more. So what do? You have to connect, you have to have sensors and then connect all your electrical appliances to a central control unit. And that will manage your energy consumption. This is able to reduce the energy consumption substantially. This is the AI application. Like MGM hospitals, they have invested in it. They are able to save lakhs and lakhs of money in terms of electricity bill alone. I don't know whether SRM has invested at some point of time when I was working in SRM. I had a chat with Mr. Satyanarayan at that time that we should implement it across the entire SRM college. I don't think it really happened. Okay, so this is what kind of a that you have to read concept. And your dean talked about precision agriculture. That's a trend. Right? Because agriculture is one field which consumes huge amount of water. And water consumption has to be minimized. Right? And unless you minimize water consumption, there will be no water for the future. Right? Water consumption. And you are using excessive fertilizers, you are using extra pesticides, all that is harmful to the soil. Right? So what they are doing by precision agriculture is that they put polyhouses. Inside the polyhouse, it's a controlled environment in which plants are grown. So you put sensors. So it decides how much water to give to the plant, how much fertilizer to give to the plant, how much pesticide to give to the plant. And they do what is known as a vertical farming. So if you see that they are able to improve productivity and they are able to reduce waste. Like that, there are supply chain optimizations, right? Supply chain logistics, they use so much of energy. Your whether it is goods trains or your lorries and trucks. So there are models for that. Climate modeling, they do AI based modeling that predicts, for example. So now you have so much of satellite data, weather data, and using these vast amounts of data, they are able to predict when is going to be there. So now we are able to fairly accurately predict, floods and storms and cyclones and other kinds of things. And of course, carbon footprint tracking. This is another area where they are working. Smart grids, water management. These are all, various applications of AI that enhances efficiency, reduces waste, and it promotes sustainable practices across various sectors. So it's all beautiful. What we are really trying to do is we created a problem. So who is responsible for this, sustainability problem? technology. We only created it. You know, can you live without a fridge? Can you live without a car? So everything is harmful to the environment, right? If you walk, that is the best for the world. Now, this air conditioning. Now, without air conditioning, can you sit in this hall? Now, again, we are polluting. We are harming the environment. Now, this is the situation. So, what do? You are finding a solution to solve using AI. But my problem is, it is not always the best kind of a solution. It's not possible to solve the problem using the same method by which you created the problem. In fact, I once presented a paper sometime in 2011 where I talked about a 3I model. What I said is, instead of 3 Ps, profit, people, and planet, I said, let's work on intellect, intuition, and infinity. What I meant by that is, one part is just using AI, using green products, recycling, all these things. That is your intellect. Use your intellect to solve the problem that you have created. The other thing that you have to do is use your intuition. See, this is a real difficult thing, because if you want to live in sync with nature, then you should have the intuition. If you don't have intuition, you will not know when is rain going to come, when is danger coming your way. Like, for example, when the tsunami hit, not many animals died, except the animals that were tied to pole or something. Otherwise, animals have that extra sense, and they knew that there was some danger coming. So they ran to places of safety. This includes even Andaman Nicobar Islands, where all the animals went to a higher ground and they were safe. But all humans got actually killed. That is because we are using too much of our left brain. We are not using our right brain. So we have to slowly build that intuition. Generally, women have better intuition. Men somehow have killed it completely. So that sense of being logical, analytical is your left brain thinking. But listening to your inner voice and then understanding and responding to nature and doing things what is good for nature requires intuition. Third part is infinity. See, whatever you may do, it's a big cosmos. Anything can happen to us. There is a black hole. Whole Earth could sink into that. We really don't know. So in the entire cosmos, we are a speck in the small speck of dust in the whole cosmos. So why are we so much worried about that? So pray to God. That is the infinity. You actually work with that and then live like that, right? There's another way of looking at it. Instead of smart cities, why don't you restore smart villages? And villages anyway use circular economy models. If you go to a village I used to work in Ranchi, IIM Ranchi. It's full of tribal areas. I visited all those tribal people, tribal settlements. And these tribals, for example, they worship, the tree. There's a salt tree. They worship the tree. India, here also we have this tree worshipping habit. We worship the tree, but we also cut the tree. But the tribals don't cut the tree. They will never cut a live branch. So when they go to collect firewood, they collect only the dried, branches. They will not cut any of the live branches. And they use some tendu leaves to make paper plates, the leaf plates, and they sell it in the market. They will never pluck the live leaf. They will only take the leaves that have fallen on the ground. So they are people who are living in sync with nature. So we need to somehow, find a balance between the old and the new. We have come too far from actually the nature. And I firmly believe that we need research on how to restore the innate nature of love, right? And trust, faith, and courage. So the old values have to be restored. Basically, we have become robots. And we have to become humans once again by aligning our body, mind, and the soul with the 5 elements of nature. Unless we change, we have to face the wrath of nature. We may all become extinct and only a few will survive. Those few who survive, they will say that it was technology, it was AI that was responsible for bringing this earth down. So they will again never teach anything to their children. They'll go back to the old ways and then the earth will start again. This has happened 5 times. Should it happen the 6th time in your own lifetime? Do you want to go extinct or do you want to really, sustain this earth? Choice is yours. Wish you good luck. All the best for the conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. Now, I would like to invite Central today, the student coordinator, to give the introduction about Dr. Shamsin Ma'am from Masoon College, Muscat.
Hello, good morning, all of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, dignitaries, and fellow academicians, it is our distinct privilege and honor to introduce our illustrious chief guest, Dr. Sachin Raza Razvi, PhD. A distinguished scholar, accomplished educator, and renowned researcher. Dr. Rizvi has made significant contributions to the field of business administration. With an impressive teaching tenure spanning over a decade, she has enlightened and inspired countless students at prestigious institutions in Oman, Bahrain, and India. Currently serving as an assistant professor at Mazoon College, Muscat, Dr. Rizvi's expertise encompasses international business, marketing management, consumer behavior, and business ethics. Her research endeavors have yielded numerous publications in esteemed international journals, solidifying her position as a leading authority in her field. Dr. Rizvi's commitment to academic excellence is complemented by her dedication to mentoring and guidance. She has served as external guide for PhD theses and reviewed papers for esteemed journals, demonstrating her unwavering passion for knowledge dissemination. Throughout his illustrious career, Dr. Rizvi has consistently demonstrated exceptional scholarship, leadership, and professionalism. Her presence here today is a testament to her enduring commitment to research and education. Please join me in extending a warm and hearty welcome to our distinguished chief guest, Dr. Shamsi Raja Rizvi. I request everyone to keep quiet. Please maintain decorum.
Hello, good morning, all of you.
And we look forward to your invaluable insights.
Thank you. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible, ma'am.
Oh, thank you so much. A very good morning to the entire team, which has really worked so hard, and I would really consider myself fortunate enough to be a part of this conference. Reason being not that I have to share, more than that, how much I will be learning from all of you. I mean, I would really be grateful to the head of the department, Dr. Sandhya, the dean, Dr. Sundar, and our chief guest, Dr. Xavier. They have already enlightened us so much regarding this topic, which of course is something very essential, very, I would say, happening, something which we are all considerate about, we are also concerned about. And I believe the researchers here who would be presenting, we would be really excited to see their work and get to know more about what is happening regarding the sustainability management practices in this AI era. So really, first of all, I would like to thank you, all these team, the entire team, the head, the dean, our chief guest. They discussed so much, and definitely I'll be trying to add some more to already so many things which we got to know today. So talking about sustainability management, what do we understand, especially to the youngsters, to the youth, who I believe would be definitely facing a lot of challenges, because it's just the beginning. And like Dr. Xavier suggested that he tried looking for a lot of researchers, and definitely research is still in the infancy stage, I would say. But yes, talking about the nature, the environment, if you look at our AI practices, our main concern is the environment, how it is affecting our environment. I think most of you are aware of the Sustainable Development Goals, and this is what they are working on. If you see, basically, I would just like to share a small screen if it is visible. Correct. So whether you talk about the 3 Ps as suggested by Dr. Xavier, the prophet, the prophets, the people, the planet, these things are revolving around all these SDG goals, right? So basically talking about sustainable development, what is it about? The management practices and sustainability, if we merge it together, the idea is that whatever management practices we have, we need to have a balanced business model. Okay, where it will benefit not only the current generation, but also the future generation. So that is why all these concepts, like Dr. Xavier suggested, he had a research paper related to green marketing. So if you see, it's all about sustainability has to take precedence over other things, right? So green management, like we say, it has become more important than ever. So this is the SDGs as suggested by the UN. In one of the, I was coming across an article and I found it very interesting that they tried to club all these sustainable development goals. There are 17 development goals into 3 categories, which they call as the 3 core pillars, right? If you see here, the society, the economy, as well as the environment. So we saw a lot about, like, the most common, I would say, and the most popular pillar is that we need to identify the, our activities, what we can do to reduce down those activities which are negatively affecting our environment, right? Society, the social pillar, as you see here, where organizations, what are they doing to focus on retaining and engaging with their employees, and not just the employees, but also the community at large, where you whatever activities you have, whether it's your CSR activities, it's about taking your community into consideration, the society into consideration. Okay, so whatever activities you're involved in. And lastly, the economic pillar, right, which is always about the enterprise's purpose. And in today's era, if you see, when we talk about sustainability, and of course, organizations run to make profits. And as Dr. Xavier suggested, things have become so commercialized. It's all about the things which we are using to make our life more convenient, more easier. It is bringing up certain challenges. So today, the idea is that, yes, we have to come up with sustainable things. Like he said, already 5 times the world has been destroyed. And when will it happen the 6th time? This is where the role of us, the today's generation, I would say, and especially the youngsters coming up who are going to really face more upcoming challenges with all the changes happening in the business practices across. Okay, so like if we talk about AI, it's there, whether it's your, it's there since long. It's just that now this AI is more in trending, I would say, whether it was your smartwatch or your fitness tracker, your chatbot. Today we have these food delivery apps, security cameras, even your music which you listen to. AI has been there ever since, and definitely it's playing an essential role in our lives, right? So we know what the opportunities are, we know what the significant challenges are, and this is where our focus and concern is about. So if we look at sustainability in the context of AI, what do we understand? Is it just about reducing the carbon footprints, or there is something else to it? I believe it's not just about reducing the carbon footprints. It's about technology is there, we are all using it, but how can we use it in a more responsible and ethical way? That is what we have to look into, right? Again, keeping in mind that all these resources are not just meant for our current generation, but also for the future generation. So keeping in light this thing that it's our current generation, it's our future generation, which are going to face all these challenges, we have to look into all these dimensions, the environmental, the economic, and the social ones. Correct. Now, if we talk about the role in the corporate sustainability. We can see here. Okay, some of the things, they have already been discussed by all our presenters here, and I'm sure many researchers will be coming up with some of these topics, like what is the purpose, what role AI is playing in sustainable management practices. So just to summarize, and I would say I would be repeating also many things as they have been discussed, that the idea like why AI has been implemented, why AI has been brought into our lives. Do you think it's something to compete with? As we saw in the beginning of the conference, they said that it's that AI cannot replace humans, right? But it can easily replace humans without AI knowledge. So you can't ignore it. You have to live with it. But we always say treat it as something which is of a support to your activities. AI was also created by humans, right? People like me and you. Like it was rightly mentioned, it's all about data, it's all about managing data. It's humans as we who are responsible to manage these AI practices. Okay, when all of when calculator came, there was a big rejection from people, from staff, that it will replace humans. What happened? Okay, they learned to live with it, they learned to work with it. Similarly, when computers came in, same threat was there to the people, it will replace our jobs. It did not. But in order to survive, you have to learn these computer skills. Same goes with AI technology, right? It can't replace humans, but yes, if you are without AI knowledge, you can be easily replaced. So if you see here, what are the things, what AI, I mean, it's there to process massive data sets, predictive analytics, automation, which has definitely brought about a large of opportunities for businesses. And of course, it has made businesses more, I would say, well equipped. Easy access, preparation of quick reports, analyzing data. Things have become very much easier with the AI. I remember when this ChatGPT was launched, I think in 21 or so at that time, I just came across an article where they mentioned that there was a company in India itself which allowed their staff to use it. And they saw that the efficiency and the performance of the staff improved by 30 to 40%. And then they buy that, right? They asked their staff to completely implement and use it for their daily activities. That is how AI, supports in management practices or our business activities. So whether it's about reducing waste, it's about improving efficiency, AI can be used as a tool where it finds out that what are the areas which can negatively impact the environment. Okay, it can suggest alternatives, how we can improve upon it. As Dr. Xavier suggested, that AI can facilitate the transition to a circular economy, where he mentioned in villages, like we see the circular economy is there. I recently came across an article where I found in one of the villages in India, I don't remember the state exactly where it was, but yes, that village has claimed itself that it is 100%, like a green village. None of the resources go wasted, recycling, reusability, consuming what is being produced. That is what basically, smart management is about. So like he rightly said that village models now maybe could be what we call it as a benchmark to improve our sustainable practices in the urban cities and urban areas. Right? So you can see AI, how it helps business leaders to make informed and data-driven decisions. You have real-time insight, you have predictive analytics, you can easily measure risk, you can anticipate the challenges and opportunities, creating or fostering an innovative culture, right? Technological advancements. This is why we are here today. This is why we are sharing this platform. Okay, and like one of the members suggested, that it also helps to personalize consumers' requirements. That also encourages more sustainable behavior. You can, there are apps which are working on having recommendations to be made to the consumer if they want to make eco-friendly purchasing decisions. That support is there. Supply chain management, another area, another place where a lot of pollution is there. So AI can help track and trace products from the starting point till the end point to ensure that the sourcing and manufacturing process adhere to the sustainability standards. So, and yes, facilitating smart waste management. So companies who are conscious, who are working on it, if time permits, I might just suggest one or two areas where you can see how companies are working to come up with, sustainable management practices with the help of AI. But like I said, this is all about the support of AI. But more than that, what needs to be pondered upon is the challenges in sustainable management, right? This is, like I said in the beginning, that it's not just about reducing the carbon footprints when we talk about sustainable management practices. It's more about our ethical responsibility. It is more about, the way we are using the technology in an ethical and responsible way. That is what matters. So again, if you look at these challenges, one of the challenges is that we need to protect the organization's confidentiality and sensitive information to maintain customers' trust, isn't it? Because see, for AI, data is the lifeblood, correct? But this data has to be handled responsibly. So ethical data collection, the usage of the data, they are essential to protect the user's privacy and maintain the public trust. Then if you talk about the recruitment, the bias and fairness while recruiting our employees, there also we need to ensure that our algorithms should be such that they are inclusive and diverse to ensure the equality within the organizations. Human oversight is crucial. You know, I just read a news few days ago that one of the organizations in US, nowadays, like for example, for human resources, you have this ATS, applicant tracking system, which automatically, picks up the CVs relevant to the keywords or the job post or the designation. The details are being fed, and accordingly, they pick up the CVs. Now, interestingly, somebody shared, and for ATS, they suggested that it's not applicant tracking system, but rather an applicant torture system. This company, they fired almost more than half of their HR team simply because the manager, he himself tried to, put his CV into the ATS system, and his CV was not being picked up. The employees working within the organization, their CVs were put in, and the ATS did not pick up those CVs, right? So he said it's a faulty system. And the HR team was completely relying on it. What is this? This is the reliance or the dependency on the AI tool. So our ethical responsibility is, like I said, this AI is created by humans. So we are responsible to manage it. We are responsible to, deal with it in an ethical way. So this biasness, if it is there in AI, it can lead to unfair treatment of individuals. Which of course poses ethical dilemmas and undermines trust in technology. So if you look at companies like IBM, they are working and they have developed tools like, if you have heard of AI Fairness 360, which helps to identify and mitigate the biasness in the AI model. Even Google has established certain AI principles that guide the ethical AI development, promoting transparency and accountability. So work is going on, and like I said, we have to it's we as humans who are responsible to manage and ensure that the practices are sustainable with the help of AI. Like, we can't ignore AI, we have to live with it, we have to sync with it. But yes, like I said, we are the ones who are responsible to manage it. Correct. So that issue is there. Then transparency. Again, we have to be transparent how we are using AI and what impact it has on consumers and stakeholders to build trust and loyalty. Right? The black box nature of AI, as they say, or the lack of transparency, it makes it difficult to often understand the decision-making processes, how it took, for example, in HR, often we feel like, okay, people discuss. I have read some articles, they say, why our CV is not being picked up? Is it because there's a fault in our CV, or there's a fault in the ATS system? Okay, so we have to look into these issues because it's we who are accountable for it, and we are the ones who are responsible for it. Then hardware sustainability. that was also discussed by Dr. Xavier. These technological advancements and the use of electronic items, how much of e-waste is being created, how much of pollution it is creating so many harmful substances. And of course, it is posing environmental as well as health risks. So we have to see how we can dispose of these electronics to reduce down this e-waste. We all study, right? Nowadays, we study about it at school level also, how the amount of pollution, whether it's land or water or air, how it is destroying, how it is affecting not just humans, but even non-humans. Okay, so like Dell came up with an initiative to take back, they called it as the take back programs, where they encourage customers to return the devices for recycling or refurbishment. So idea is not only just to reduce the pollution, but also what was suggested as the circular economy. Okay, so that we can ensure that the materials are reused effectively. Then energy efficiency. AI processes, AI models, they require a lot of energy, a substantial amount of energy, which contributes a lot to the carbon emission. Okay, so while training these AI models, while deploying these AI models, in fact, research shows that a single training session for the state-of-the-art AI model can emit carbon as as good as 5 cars in a lifetime. So imagine the amount of energy which is being consumed by them. Okay, but yes, companies like Google and all, they have promising advancements. They are developing machine learning algorithms to optimize energy usage in the data centers. Microsoft is also committing itself for sustainability, where they're saying that, by 2025, they will be having their operations by using 100% renewable energy. Correct. And then the data centers themselves, how they use massive amount of water, raw materials, which is of course causing a lot of strain on the environment. So this is basically what we have to address to these challenges, because this is crucial for maximizing AI's utility and benefiting everyone at large, while minimizing the drawbacks in the sustainability efforts. So I believe this was just a brief, I would say rather a summing up of what has been discussed since morning. And yes, if I could have been of value, of something to be shared over here, it's really a pleasure. And like I said, people who have really worked on it right now, who will be presenting their research work, I won't be wasting now much of your time. With this, I would like to conclude and say that what is necessary to manage when we talk about sustainability regarding in the context of AI, collaboration is important. And I really am grateful to this college, SRM Institute, that they are providing this platform today. Right? It's very important. Collaboration is necessary. We get to know, we get to share, we can take some initiatives, right, which can bring together technology, researchers, even civil society, even the environmental groups, to discuss the best practices and ethical guidelines. And like I said, this is maybe why we are gathered today. Regulatory frameworks are also there. Right? Governments, they are also working on recognizing the need for regulations to use AI ethically, and especially, again, like this, Dr. Xavier discussed about the European countries. Correct. So they have proposed regulations. They are ensuring that AI technologies are safe and respect fundamental rights. But nonetheless, apart from these challenges, it's not that AI is, just a challenge. Definitely, it has brought about a lot of things that are happening. It's also working on environmental management. Machine learning algorithms are being used to monitor, the deforestation. It is there to predict the pollution levels also. It's also helping organizations like WWF in the conservation efforts. AI is also addressing many social challenges. I think, like if we talk about the healthcare system, the dean, Dr. Sundar, he did suggest about it, how we can predict even disease outbreaks, and accordingly how we can allocate the resources in the underserved communities, especially. So many things are happening. I mean, even if you look at India, of course, it's at the I would say infancy stage. It's working, it's growing. But if you look at the new youth, I just come across so many interesting cases, success stories, leaving behind their 9 to 5 corporate jobs and working on these aspects, working on AI, helping farmers, helping them in agriculture, right? How to improve their efficiency, how to improve their production, less wastage of resources. So many things these youngsters, these educated youths are coming up with. And this is like, in the end, I would like to conclude that together we can shape a future where AI should not only be there to drive innovation, but yes, to be there to have a sustainable and equitable world. So I think here I would like to stop, and I'm really again thankful to everyone, to this institute, to all the speakers, and yes, the researchers. Now we are keen to know what are your contributions and what you will be going to discuss about and enlighten our knowledge regarding these AI sustainabilities. Thank you, everyone. Thank you once again. The floor is all yours.
Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable insights. Now, to express our gratitude, I would like to invite Dr. Purnima ma'am, Assistant Professor, Faculty of Management, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you very much, ma'am. So, good afternoon, everyone. So, as we reflect on the success of today's event, I am reminded of a powerful quote by Albert Einstein: "The measure of intelligence is the ability to change." This resonates deeply with our theme today. So, embracing AI and sustainability management practices requires adaptability, innovation, and forward-thinking approach. Let us continue to evolve and transform in this era of rapid technological advancement. So, it is my honor and privilege to extend my vote of thanks of this beautiful occasion, International Conference, Sustainability Management Research Practices 2024. First and foremost, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Shamshi from Missouri University of Science and Technology, USG. Your enlightening keynote address speech has undoubtedly set a high standards for discussions on AI and sustainability management practices, which inspiring us all. Actually, Dr. Shamshi ma'am has discussed about 3 points: sustainability development goals, particularly 3 concepts. I don't know whether you observed or not. 3 things ma'am has discussed. One is society, second one is economy, and third one is environment. So it's like an eye-opening session to all of us. And ma'am said that one important word: AI is created by human, that should have to be managed by human. So this is the quotation everyone should have for sustainability management. So AI maybe destroy this world. So both we have advantages and disadvantages. I want to tell you one important word. So guava, it is a fruit. If you eat that guava, it will create, we will get fever, cold. But we are not stopping to eat guava. Similarly, AI has more disadvantages and even advantages. So we should have to grab only advantages rather than disadvantages. If you eat guava, yes, everyone will eat guava. It doesn't, maybe we'll get fever. Maybe it will stay for 2 days or 3 days. We will get lot of vitamins through that guava, and we have few more fruits which may create harm to us. Maybe it's like a disease. So maybe we have advantages, and similarly we have disadvantages. The coin has 2 sides, so both heads and tails. Similarly, AI is also having same advantages and disadvantages. So, and one more important thing, ma'am has 2 examples, ma'am quoted. One is IBM and second one is Google. IBM, we have an AI focus 360 degrees, and one more important thing is Google has developed ethical AI development. So thank you very much, ma'am. And next, I extend my sincere thanks to Dr. Javier Sir, CEO of DMI Institutions, for sharing your invaluable insights, sir. Your expertise in this field of management has enriched this conference, providing a pragmatic outlook on sustainable practices in today's AI-driven world. So, Sir has discussed about 2 things I have to mention. One is Net Zone certified. So, which is the first time I'm hearing this word, maybe first time. While coming to me, I heard this first time. So net zone certified and buy carbon credits. So circular economy. So these are the important terminologies which we have learned from this conference. Maybe these topics we can, as a researchers, we can use these topics and we will have more, we can give more insights on this research. Thank you very much, sir. A special thanks to Dr. C. Sundar sir, our Dean Faculty of Management, for his continuous support and encouragement. Sir, your leadership has always a guiding light for us in organizing such a prestigious conferences. Sir has not, discussed one point, but precision agriculture, which minimize water consumption, power consumption, and also I want to mention one important thing. We have few sensors and drones which will identify the crop health. So sustainability agriculture. Thank you very much, sir. A special thanks to Dr. Rekha Kiran Kumar Ma, Head of the Department of Business Administration. Your vision and dedication have been instrumental in making this event a grand success, ma. Thank you very much, ma. A special thanks to Dr. K. Priyama from the MBA department who headed the technical team. We deeply appreciate your tireless efforts in ensuring the technical aspects of the event which ran smoothly. Thank you very much, my ma'am is not here. So even though I wanna give, it's a heartfelt thanks from my side. Thank you very much, Dr. Priyama. I would also recognize the convenience of the conference who worked diligently behind the success to bring this event together, ensuring its seamless execution. Thank you very much for all the convenience of today's conference. I would also big thank to student coordinators and amazing volunteers for their invaluable contribution, your enthusiasm, the hard work which made this event possible. Once again, I want to thank to all the coordinators, student coordinators and volunteers. So thank you very much. A special mention to the comparing students for hosting this event, such a grace and poise. Thank you very much. And keeping the audience engaged throughout the session. Thank you very much to the comparing students. Lastly, I would like to thank CMC team, computer management team, Sudalai sir. So he was with us till 7 o'clock yesterday here. Thank you very much for the CMC team for Wi-Fi and other technical things. Thank you very much, CMC team. To each one of you, thank you for your dedication and commitment and for making this conference a memorable and successful one. And I wanna say best of luck to each and every participant who are here. Thank you very much. Thank you very much once again. Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am. We hope all of you enjoyed the inaugural function. This event has been a marvelous session of knowledge exchange between people of high caliber and deeply trained skill set. Thank you everyone for enhancing the quality of this experience. With the national anthem, we wind up this event. I request everyone to rise up for the national anthem.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
I request the audience to remain standing as our chief guest and the dignitaries leave the venue.
So my paper is all about emotional intelligence, effects of emotional intelligence and artificial intelligence. So I'll present. Criteria. So the artificial intelligence basically is a necessary a piece of our day-to-day existence, and also it assumes the essential part of the prosperity, culture, society, and the industry. While machines are, which is made up of artificial intelligence, like robots, like any other, which is answering and understanding. So this is all about the abstract. So we'll move on to the introduction part. So the artificial intelligence is an essential piece. I already told you the regular piece of the day-to-day existence and it assumes a significant part in our prosperity, culture, society, as I said before. So secondly, a few kinds of artificial intelligence are known to display the feelings. So normally, when we talk about the emotional intelligence, it is a human factor. The human, how they behave, how they express their feelings, and how they react in a normal sense. Okay, artificial intelligence is totally in a real term we can call it as artificial. It is not artificial. Yes, so it is not extremely normal in the present day. So artificial intelligence will be marked in each and every day. Yes. So the thirdly, the requirement of artificial intelligence framework, which consequently ready to assess and settle on the ethical decisions. Yeah, basically it is based upon ethical decisions and also the choices of their own in manners that are socially and lawfully capable. That will help it with the having more of circumstance, mindful, empathetic, restorative, recuperating, and moral machines. So this is all about the introduction part. So secondly, we'll move on to the objective of the study. My study is all about to investigate the impact of emotional intelligence and artificial intelligence and assess the connection between the EA and AI at workplace. Secondly, to examine the existing factors and relationship between the emotional intelligence and artificial intelligence at the workplace. Thirdly, to ascertain whether an emotional intelligence or artificial intelligence reveals positive outcomes in real sense. And fourthly, to identify whether artificial intelligence would have feelings like human in the future, similar to the emotional intelligence. And finally, to reveal whether emotional intelligence affects the perspective towards the artificial intelligence and enhancing psychological well-being of the employees. That is the mental health of the employees. So these are the 5 basic objectives. So I have collected the reviews based upon the international standard. The 2 reviews, that is Sandeep Kumar and M. Sharma, they have written a paper, published an article regarding the artificial intelligence and emotional intelligence. So which is concentrated, fair and square of combination among the artificial intelligence and EA, utilizing the brain network processing framework. Okay. So the result of the study, the recent review that human feelings have a high importance with insight. So rather than the normal human being. Okay. Secondly, the Megan Beck and Barry Lieber, 2017. This study talks about the human element is exceptionally one-sided, and it considers the corresponding arrangement of the association rather than going for the intelligent part. So secondly, the machine part. Machine can analyze the complex difficulties which bringing the current financial arrangement. Next slide. So the test of hypothesis, I've made a hypothesis based upon the objectives. So there is a significant relationship between the impact of emotional intelligence and artificial intelligence, connection between the EA and AA at workplace. Secondly, there is no significant relationship to the above contrary. Thirdly, there is a significant relationship and existing factors between the emotional intelligence and artificial intelligence at workplace. And followed by there is no significant relationship to the contrary. And hypothesis number 5, there is a significant relationship between the ascertaining whether an emotional intelligence or artificial intelligence reveals positive outcomes in real sense. Next slide, please. So, hypothesis number 6, there is no significant relationship between the ascertaining whether an emotional intelligence or artificial intelligence reveals positive outcomes in real sense. And hypothesis number 7, there is a significant relationship between identifying whether the artificial intelligence would have feelings like human in the future, similar to the emotional intelligence. And similarly, there is no significant relationship between identifying whether the artificial intelligence would have feelings like human in the future. And finally, there is a significant relationship between the revealing that the emotional intelligence affects the perspective towards artificial intelligence and enhancing psychological well-being of the emotional intelligence, mental health. Similarly, there is no significant relationship to the contrary. So the fifth part is about the significance of the importance of the study. So the study is basically the emotional intelligence should have feelings among the people, among the human being. But artificial intelligence, they are trying to make it down. Fine. So there is the feelings and knowledge are the two sides closest of the human exercise. Number 2, it is seen as a sign of one's capability to comprehend and get a handle on one's feelings. Thirdly, we have in brain research, the comprehension of the feelings has been learned at the rudimentary level. And finally, this paper forward an outline of feelings inside and the general connection between the artificial intelligence and emotional intelligence. So the research methodology, the paper is being formulated based upon the primary and secondary data. Primary data is collected from the reviews and secondary data is collected from the magazines, manuals, newspaper and all that. Next slide, please. So the statement of the problem for, among these emotional intelligence and artificial intelligence is all about on diverse samples in order to prevent the application of the entrenchment of stereotypes or biases. Number 1. Secondly, applying AI to the tasks such as hiring or lending, because nowadays artificial intelligence being introduced to recruit the people via online and also the technology which is being implemented, which is being used. Right? It is crucial that users are aware that are interacting with the AI system and not a human, basically. And finally, emotional intelligence AI developers, we need to balance transparency. There should be some transparency among the system. May not only always be more ethical, they should strike a delicate balance between the appropriate contextual consideration. Next slide, please. The need for the study, why we have what is the need for the exact study? The study is being carried out to test the association between the emotional intelligence and artificial intelligence, besides humans can think, see and react. Okay, so it is based upon the sentiments, yet artificial intelligence does not have the sentiments and it might turn out badly. Ultimately, the event that we have relegated a few errors overall. So secondly, human minds incorporates intelligent reasoning, logical reasoning and all that, and addressing power as well. Fine. So consequently, there is a requirement for this review to sort out the effect of emotional intelligence and artificial intelligence. However, it evaluates association between the EA and artificial intelligence at one place. So the limitations of the study, the improvement of the artificial intelligence models, which is close to the home part, presents the various specialized and moral difficulties. There is a more of moral difficulty which has been faced while implementing the AI, that is artificial intelligence. Number 2, the fundamental issue with the enriching machines, which feelings is the absence of the straightforwardness, because while doing the artificial intelligence, we don't have the transparency. Also, the straightforwardness is missing. So that's why we have included as a limitation. So finally, there is a finished distinction and evidence shared traits among the human bearers. machines conduct through the people have sentiments essentially, yet machines does not have the such proper capability.
So, gentle reminder, you
Conceptual framework, the final one. So the emotion intelligence allows us the capacity for the individual to perceive the feeling successfully in regular existence. We have four specific factors: self-awareness, social awareness, and also the self-regulation and self-ethical practices. Next slide, please. Relationship management. Next slide, please. So the conceptual framework we have put up in to enhance human performance. Number 2, customer orientation, customization. Number 3, support creative thinking and context awareness. And number 4, empowering startup, new business, small scale enterprise, and all that. So we'll conclude this. We have concluding part. So I'll just explain about this triangle, which first of all we need to have a proper influence, developing the trust, adapting and connecting to build rapport with the emotional intelligence, recognizing and understanding the needs and preference of the others, assessing and controlling my impulses to achieve positive outcomes. And finally, acknowledging my strengths, weaknesses, behaviors, and attitudes and how they affect each other with the reactive perspective. So finally, we conclude. So my conclusion is all about, so the artificial intelligence, maybe in the future it will be no more, because human value is more than the artificial intelligence. Okay, artificial intelligence, we as a human, we used to make as a technology. Okay, that is your conclusion part. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir.
The next speaker in line to present will be Aishwarya from Anna Adarsh College.
Good afternoon. I'm Aishwarya presenting a paper titled on Analysis of Utility and Satisfaction of AI-enabled services, a study focusing on pharma applications. In the field of artificial intelligence, computers are instructed to mimic human intelligence by simulating human language and the mental processes. Computer programs that understand human language, human speech, writing, solve data, and make judgments. And some of the industries like healthcare, finance, transportation, and online platforms like YouTube and Netflix are the ones that use artificial intelligence. The online industry application is one that AI has a significant impact, and one major technical development is the rise of online pharmacy apps that lead the consumers to purchase from their one's own convenience. Review of related studies were taken into consideration to support the study's framework and helps in finalizing the objectives of the study. So moving to the objectives. To study the most preferred pharmacy application among the consumers and to identify the satisfaction level with the AI-enabled services, to study the association between the age and the type of products as well as gender and the types of products purchased through pharmacy applications. Next slide, please. Research methodology. Primary data were collected through a structured questionnaire, and using simple random sampling method, 80 respondents were gathered in total. The statistical used is percentage analysis, descriptive statistics, and chi-square analysis using SPS version 23. The findings of the study: the majority belonged to the female category and they were in the age group 27 to 35, and majority of the respondents obtained postgraduate and belonged to the employed category, followed by self-employment. The major reason for using online out of these 5 options were taken into consideration. One is related to convenience, 24/7 access, availability of products, virtual consultation services, and offers and discounts. Using percentage analysis, it was identified that the availability of the products were the major reason to use the online pharmacy applications. And out of the listed app, the majority preferred Apollo Pharmacy and the least preferred were MedLife, Health, Flipkart Health Plus. And the majority of respondents purchasing on a monthly basis followed by bi-monthly and spent 1,000 to 3,000 per month on purchase of medicine through the online pharmacy and as well as 3,000 to 5,000 per month. The types of products purchased in this, they have listed medicines, nutrition supplements, hair care, skin care, and health devices. So out of these, the majority have been purchasing nutrition supplements followed by hair care and skin care products. The least preferred were the health devices. So consumers show zero interest in the form of health devices purchasing from the online pharmacy applications. Next slide, please. Descriptive analysis. So descriptive statistics were used to identify the satisfaction level of using the pharmacy applications. And in total, 11 statements were taken into consideration. One is relating to the availability of comparative options, the ease of placing orders, the timely arrival and the condition of medicines on arrival, and relating to the rate of satisfaction of the products and the ingredients used, the clarity of information provided. So out of these 11 statements, the findings indicated that the consumers were very much satisfied with the range of products available in the pharmacy application and followed by the payment alternatives provided by the pharmacy application and as well as the timely arrival and the conditions of medicines on arrival. On the contrary, consumers were not satisfied with seeking medical advice online and also solving issues through chatbot.
Gentle reminder,
Next slide,
you
please.
exceeded the time limit. Kindly
Chi-square,
conclude.
2 minutes. Chi-square analysis. Okay. Through the chi-square analysis indicate that the age and the types of products purchased. So from the chi-square analysis, it was identified that those who were in the age group 18 to 26 have been purchased skincare products, and those who are in the age group 27 to 35 purchased nutrition supplements through online pharmacy apps, and those who were above 36 and above are the one who have been purchasing medicines. And the significance value indicated that a strong association exists between the age and the types of products. Moving to the gender and the types of products, male consumers are very much interested in purchasing nutritional supplements through online pharmacy apps, whereas female ones are purchasing skincare products. And this chi-square analysis indicated a strong association exists between gender and the types of products purchased. Moving to limitations. The study is limited to Chennai city and included only 80 respondents and also included limited types of products purchased. And the score, comparative effectiveness. Study on the effectiveness of online versus the traditional can be taken into consideration in future regarding the consumer satisfaction, consumer preference, as well as the medication accuracy. User demographics and behaviors, examining the requirements of various user demographic and various irrespective of the age, gender, qualification, and also increase in sample size. Comparative studies, determining the best practices for user experience, cost, and support between online pharmacy apps can be taken into consideration. Social media influence, examining the impact of social media influence and the purchase decision of the online pharmacy apps, and also including decisions and opinions on customers' preference can be taken, and also include influencer marketing and online reviews. Obstacles to adoption, any barriers in adopting online pharmacy apps can be taken into a future study, and also include wide range of products like baby care products, home care products, as well as personal care products instead of focusing one single line of products as medicines. Conclusion, the study was conducted to identify the utility and satisfaction of AI-enabled services And from this study, it was clear that Apollo Pharmacy, MedPlus, and PharmEasy were the most preferred online pharmacy apps. And consumers were very much satisfied with the range of products available in the app, as well as the payment alternatives and the condition of medicines on arrival. Thank you.
Thank you, Aishwarya, for that great presentation. We have a few set of participants from Meerut who will be leaving us shortly. I would like to request HOD ma'am to give the participants these certificates.
Thank you, ma'am. The next presenter is going to be Karthik and Gopika from SDNP Vaishnav College. I request them to come on stage. I request all the volunteers and participants to maintain silence. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Kartika Ramachandran, and my co-author is called Gopika M. And I'm presenting from the SDNP Vaishnav College for Women Improvement. So, I'm presenting the topic, green e-commerce, how brands are using sustainability to attract eco-friendly shoppers. So, as concerns about the environment growth, more people are becoming aware of how important of the sustainability in their buying choices. The change is influencing the retail market, especially the online shopping, where brands must adapt to meet the need of eco-friendly consumers. The rising interest in sustainable products shows that consumers are thinking more about how their purchases affect the planet. So, our research looks at the unique characteristics and shopping habits of eco-conscious consumers. For a survey we did 112 people. The study aims to understand they choose sustainable products, how much they are willing to pay for these options, and what are the challenges they face in making the eco-friendly choices. Gaining insight into these factors is essential for the retailers to improve their products and build strong connections with the consumers who care about sustainability. Next slide. Okay. This section includes a review of literature which summarizes existing research and studies related to the topic to provide a background and context for the study. So Gabriel Aidagi and Vikas Kumar says that e-retailer in the Southeast Asia need to focus on engaging the consumers and using technology, not just being sustainable. And Tarun Gupta and Supriya Bansal says that for businesses, adding sustainability into the work is important to attract more consumers and stay competitive. Next slide, please. Objective of our study is understanding the characteristics and shopping habits of people who prefer eco-friendly products, exploring what motivates these consumers to choose sustainable products instead of the regular ones, accessing if consumers are willing to pay more for eco-friendly items and finding out the obstacles that might prevent them from doing so. Identifying the strategies that businesses can use to encourage consumers to adopt sustainable shopping behavior. So research methodology is exclusively about we have undergone research design by exploring the gained insights and deeper understandings of how consumers think about the eco-friendly choices. And the sample designs are taken and chosen randomly to avoid biases. And the sample size is 112 people took part in the survey. And the primary data is about structure in the form of questionnaires. And the secondary data is gathered from the journals and websites. Next slide, please. Future, understanding how the consumers think about the eco-friendly choices and whether if they do prioritize it or not, and promoting the sustainable shopping and supporting green business growth. Now I'm sending it to our co-author to explain the further part. Next slide. I'm going to continue the rest of the features. Building consumer trust and sustainability. Brand can use this research to build trust with customers. When people trust a brand, when they are looking to stay loyal and keep buying them from a product. Encouraging environmental responsibility. This research can inspire people to make a general choice, even as small change can lead to be a healthier planet. Future marketing strategy. Company can use this strategy to create marketing plans that attract eco-conscious customers, them to grow for a customer plan. Age engagement. Most of the people, 72.3% of the people between 18 to 24 years old, showing that they are very interested in sustainability. Gender focus. Most of the respondents, 65.2% of the respondents, they were thinking about the eco-friendly products. Students are most of all, one of our 61.6% of the students, which show students are very interested in buying a sustainable product. Budget constraints. Around 25% of the people spend less than 500 rupees to buy an online product in a monthly buy. Environmental concern. About 35% of the people choose eco-friendly products if they are useful for their environment. Next slide. This research shows people are engaging, especially women and students, are leading to shift towards eco-friendly shopping. Many of them want to buy a sustainable product, but they have some challenges to face high price and limited products. Most of the brands to sustainability products to affordable and accessibility. Customers is also built trust by being transparent about by leading to success in their growing market for the sustainability.
Thank you.
अभी अभी हर्ष मोड में फोटो हर्ष 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 हर्ष
I request HOD Ma'am to give up the certificate to the following participants: Jafar Sadiq Sir, Abdul Khader, Abdul Sahil Qureshi, and Aishwarya.
Three seconds. ஒரு போட்டோகிராஃபர்
Following participants have to receive certificate from the HOD ma'am. KP Savita and Akhtar.
Live comments நீ போடு ப்ரோ கமெண்ட்ஸ்
Now we are receiving the lunch. Now we are receiving the presentation for lunch. I repeat, we receive the participants for lunch.
Participants की lunch का
Participants, you can go for the lunch break. It is served in the canteen near the Ishwari block, and your lunch token is there in your conference kit. If you go and show your lunch token, they'll be giving you lunch. And participants, after lunch break, you can assemble here by 1:50 p.m. Okay. After that, we have a technical session. We will continue